꾹 눌러줄 거지? 좋아요도 부탁할게요. 그럼 모두 안녕.
In this training module, you will be taken through the operation of this Class 465. During this brief introduction, we will be covering the critical driving controls and passenger operations. Look, when you're ready, climb aboard to get started. Take a seat in the driver's seat. This is where you'll be spending most of your... Firstly, you will need to insert the master key to activate the desk. The reverser controls the direction of travel. Set the headlights to let others around you know that this train is operational. For this introduction, you will be driving the train a short distance and performing passenger operations. Open the passenger doors to allow boarding. Now close the doors before depart. Now drive a loop of the circuit to get used to the controls. The train features a combined brake and throttle power handle, so pull the lever towards you to release the brakes and get moving. Coasting is a method used to efficiently maintain speed and reduce motor stress and maintenance requirements. Development of the Class 465 networker began in 1988, with the first unit being delivered in 1991 and the final in 1995. Of the 140 units produced, 131 remain in active service, 40 years after they were first introduced. The Class 465 networker's 8 traction motors produce a combined power output of 3,000 horsepower, that's 2,420 kilowatts, and allow the train to reach a top speed of 75 miles per hour. You are approaching the station. Begin applying a small amount of braking force to bring the train to a gentle stop. Nice job! The train has safely come to a stop. You can now use the door control to open the passenger doors. Proceed to the next stop unguided and see how you get on. Good work! That concludes all of the basics of operating this train. In this training module, you'll be learning how to switch between the third rail and overhead power modes in the Class 395. This needs to be performed at Ebbsfleet, when a Class 395 service switches between the DC third rail lines between Ebbsfleet and Faversham and the overhead power lines between Ebbsfleet and London St Pancras. Okay, you are just outside Ebbsfleet Station, heading in the direction of Faversham. Begin by getting the train moving and pull into the platform. Please review the Class 395 training module if you would like a reminder on how to make the train start and stop. Now that you're stopped in the platform, get the doors open and then you can start the power change process. Hold the DC button until its indicator light comes on to switch to third rail power mode. This will also lower the overhead power collector, called a pantograph. You will see the line volt light has gone out, meaning the train has no power at all, and the MCB VCB light has come on, telling you the circuit breakers are open. Press the pan up shoes down button to lower the third rail shoes and draw power to the train. The line volt light should now be lit. This shows that power is detected. A few moments after the line volt light comes on, the MCB VCB light will go out as the circuit breakers are automatically reset when changing power in this direction. Congratulations, you have successfully switched power modes. Close the doors and pull forwards to the indicated marker on the track, so that you can get ready to try this the other way around. You'll find that the train is slower to accelerate under DC power than when on the overhead lines. Okay, it's time to change ends. First, you'll need to deactivate this cab. Move the reverser to off and then remove the master key. Exit this cab and move to the other end of the train and sit in the driver's seat there. Now you're ready to activate this cab and head into Ebbsfleet as if you are a London-bound train. Insert the master key and move the reverser to the forwards position. Pull into Ebbsfleet Station once the signal is showing green. Open the doors and then let's switch to overhead mode. You will need to do this at Ebbsfleet when driving a Class 395 towards London. Press and hold the CTRL button until it lights up to switch to overhead power mode and raise the third rail pickup shoes. Press the pan up shoes down button to raise the pantograph. The line light should now be lit. This shows that power is detected. However, it is currently isolated by the Master Circuit Breaker, or MCB. Press the pan up shoes down button again to close the MCB. You can verify that this has been successful by checking that the MCB VCB light has gone out. Notice that when changing power when heading to London, you need to press this button twice, whereas when heading out of London, you only needed to press it once. Finally, close the doors and pull forward out of Ebbsfleet to prove your power is working and stop at the indicated marker. Congratulations! That's all for this training module. You should practice this module until you're comfortable with the process, so that you don't run into problems in the middle of a longer run. In this training module, you'll be learning how to use the TVM in-cab signalling system. At high speeds, trains may take longer to stop than the visual range of the driver. The TVM 430 in-cab signalling system alerts drivers to changes in speed from several kilometres away. So you're currently around Dagenham, Essex, just before Tunnel 2 and heading towards London St Pancras. In this training module, you'll be driving westbound into London and understanding all the indications that the TVM system is giving you to safely complete the journey. You'll be stopping at Stratford International and London St Pancras. The TVM system splits the line up into a series of blocks. The start of these is indicated by a TVM block marker. You can see these along the side of the line as a yellow triangle set against a blue background such as the one directly in front of you now. Get the train moving and let's get going. Most of this journey is going to take place in tunnels, and that will make it easier to focus on the TVM indications coming up in the cab. The first difference you will notice when driving on the high-speed section under TVM control is that all the speed indications in the cab are in kilometres per hour, while the other non-TVM controlled lines are in miles per hour. The train will automatically switch between the two. The TVM 430 display is made up of a series of indicators on the top centre of the control desk, and you will see numbers lighting up in various positions as you go. Only one number will be displayed at any time, and this number is your current maximum permitted speed. This is also shown on the HUD with a blue marker. As you get started, you can see that the train is showing a 225 display, meaning that our maximum permitted speed is currently 225 kilometers per hour. Keep accelerating. You are now diving into Tunnel 2 bound for London. As you approach Stratford International, the TVM system will begin slowing you down, ready to stop, and this will be explained as it happens. In a moment, the 225 indicator will begin flashing. That means the next block will be at a reduced speed. You don't need to do anything now except prepare to slow down. Next, you will see the indicator change to show a flashing 200. This means that you should now be slowing down to reach no faster than 200 km per hour by the next block marker. Additionally, since it's flashing, you know that the next block will be slower as well, so you can continue braking. Wait for the indicator to change and then begin to slow. The indicator will next change to a flashing 160. Once this has appeared, continue slowing so that you are no faster than 160 km per hour by the next marker. It is flashing, so you will continue to be slower at the following block too. The TVM system will next show a steady 100. Once it has appeared, continue slowing down to no faster than 100 km per hour by the next marker. Since it is steady, you know that TVM will not be slowing you down further. As you exit Tunnel 2 into Stratford International Station, apply brakes as needed to come to a stop. Great work, you've stopped at Stratford International. For this training module, you don't need to open the doors, so let's get going and do the second leg of this journey into London St Pancras. You won't receive any further guidance on how to understand TVM. Use what you've just learned. It will be a similar approach slowing you down out of Tunnel 1 into London St Pancras to the one you just did. As you get started, note that your maximum permitted speed is still 100 km per hour, but it will rise to 225 km per hour as you enter Tunnel 1. Remember, flashing indications mean that the next block will report a lower maximum permitted speed, and when you get a reduction in maximum permitted speed, you have until the start of the next block to achieve it. From here on, TVM is shut down and the indicators will have gone. Now you're back to relying on route knowledge, or the HUD, to know about upcoming signals and speed limit changes. Watch for speed reductions as you continue your final journey into London St Pancras. That concludes the basics of driving under TVM. Rerun this training module in the training centre whenever you want a refresher on how to understand the TVM 430 signalling system.
구독 눌러줄 거지? 좋아요도 부탁할게요. 그럼 모두 안녕.